Welcome to this video on pointers and functions in C. In this video, I will demonstrate a simple program to illustrate how we can pass pointers as parameters to functions. We have already seen how we can pass simple data types to functions. Now pointers are yet another type that you can pass easily to functions in C. Let us see how we can actually do this. As an example, let us see a simple program which will have a single function which will contain a pointer parameter. So for defining the function prototype or the function signature, let us write a function which does not return any value, so its return type will be void, and give it a name, fun. Now let us assume that this function has a pointer parameter, so we will say int star p. So we have created a function called fun with a single parameter of type pointer. So the prototype need not have any variable name attached. We simply need to mention the type. The type of the parameter here is int star, as it is to be a pointer. We will give this function a body below main. So we will remove the semicolon and we will define the function here. Before we actually define the function, let us write our main function wherein we are going to create a simple variable of type int. So what we will do here is we will say int some variable a, and let us read this variable from the user. So for reading, I will write my usual scanf. Since it is of type int, I will use %d, and this is my scanf. Now once I read this a inside main, I want to call this function fun inside main. So for calling this function, what I will do is I will call it as usual. So I'll simply use the function name, that is fun, and this function is not returning any value. That is why there will be no left hand side value. So simply the call will look like fun, and you will have to pass as a parameter a valid address of an integer. The reason behind this is the function fun has a parameter of type int star. That means the function can hold the address of an integer. This function parameter which you have defined here is capable of holding the address of an integer. So for calling this function, we need to pass a valid integer address as a parameter. So in the function call, I need to pass the address of some variable. Now in our case, that variable is variable a. So for passing the address of a to this function, I can make use of the address of operator. So I will simply say address of a. So this is how I have called the function. So this is my function call. Now coming back to the body of the function, I will first give my parameter, which is a pointer, a good name. So I will just call it p by convention, as it is a pointer. Now inside this, I can change the value of a via p. So what I can do is, wherever, suppose I want this function to simply print the value of a first. So I will write a statement like this. I will simply say printf %d and I will write a star p. Now when I write a star p, this function will be printing the value of a, because when this function is called inside main, there is an assignment like p is equal to address of a. The moment you're calling this function at this line, whenever this function is called, before this function is called, there is an assignment at the time of the function call, there is an assignment p is equal to address of a. That means this function parameter, the formal parameter of this function, is given an actual value, and that value is nothing but the address of the variable a, which is inside main. So now I can simply say star p inside this function fun, which will print the value of a. So I can write a statement, the value of a is %d. What if I want to modify the value of a via the pointer? Can I do it? I can also do that by writing a mathematical expression using the pointer p, which can change the value of a. So what I will do is, I will simply say, when I want to say a is equal to a plus 1, I can write it as a is equal to a plus 1. This is my way of writing it. But now inside function p, I do not have a any longer, but wherever there is a, I can replace it with star p, because star p is nothing but a. So what I will do is, star p is equal to star p plus 1. So wherever there is an a, that expression I am going to replace with a star p expression. Now I can check whether the value of a has changed by rewriting the print statement. Now the value of a is star p. So if you check the value of a again, you will see that it is incremented. To validate this further, I can also write print the value of a inside the main function itself. So what I will do here is, I will simply say the value of a in main is, and I will write a. Okay. So what this will print, I'll put a new line everywhere. Let us see, let us see whether this works and what we are getting as the output. So this is our complete program. So this is the function where we are using a pointer parameter. This is the function definition. We have printed the value of that pointer parameter. We have incremented it. Now let us run this program. So let us save this program and run it. So I'll use GCC. Waiting for compilation. So let's compile. I'll run it now. So it's waiting for me to enter the value of a. I have entered 12. So initially this statement is printed. So the moment this fun is called, this a's address is passed to the function fun. Okay, and inside the function the value is printed. So the first statement is this printf, which will be executed. So the value of a is printed as it is via p. Then we have written this expression star p plus 1, that is nothing but a is equal to a plus 1. This is that expression. So the value has changed to 13. So this we are printing it out inside fun, and the same thing we are seeing inside main. So after the function call, we are checking whether the effect has taken place inside main as well. So inside main, when we check, the value of a in main also is 13. To give you more clarity on this, let us see the memory map of main and the function fun. So in main, we have the variable a, right? So we have a variable a. Let us assume it has some address, some hypothetical address 1000. The value is whatever user entered. In our case, we entered 12. Then we gave a call to this function fun and we passed the address of a. So we passed 1000 to function fun. Now in this function fun, which is the variable, there is only one variable which is nothing but the formal parameter of the function fun. So that parameter is a pointer. So let me put a star here for clear understanding. So star p is the variable. What is the address of this? The address of this will be something else which will be in the function's memory area. So let us assume it is 1000. And what is the value of this? The value of this is 1000 because an assignment is made. You are passing address of a as the parameter. So p equal to address of a. This kind of an assignment is made. When this function is called, p is equal to address of a. This kind of an assignment is made, and where p is a pointer. So now inside the function's memory area, you are writing one statement. And what is that statement? You are simply saying printf. The first statement is printf. Printf what? You are doing a star p. The moment you say printf star p, the dereferencing takes place, and since star p is containing the value of 1000, which is nothing but the memory address of a, it will print whatever value is there at that address. So 12 will be printed. Now the next statement that we have written is nothing but you are trying to increment a by 1. So wherever there is an a, you have replaced it with star p. So star p is star p plus 1. So let us evaluate this expression. It will be evaluated from right to left. So right hand side will be evaluated first. So star p plus 1. What is star p? It is a. A is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. So the value is 13. And now this left hand side is assigned to 13. That means star p is now 13. It was earlier 12. Now it is 13. That means this 12 is now changed to 13. And that is what you are printing. So you are actually making the changes in mains memory area. The changes are being made in the mains memory area. That is why after this function stops executing, that means when this function, this line is done with, we come to this line inside main. We are jumping to this line after this function executes. The value of a is reflected inside main. So you have changed the value of a through a pointer, which is a parameter of function fun. So that's all for this video. We will see some more videos on pointers, functions and arrays in the next sessions. Thank you.